don't care what people say. Xbox is the game to play. Yeah! Xbox! Woo!
Welcome. How you doing, man? You bet. Great. Thank you, buddy. It's giving me a life. Thank you. Thank you very much. I love the game. How you doing? Let's go.
Look at the smoke. Oh my, look at the windshield, man. Look at the smoke. Look. I'm on fire. Look at that.
I remember the exact moment I became an Xbox fan. It was November. I went to GameStop to pick up the newest hotness, GTA 3. And while I was there in the corner, I see something amazing. It was this game at one of the demo kiosks that had all of this atmosphere and vibrancy and just action to it. I was blown away. First sight, Halo Combat Evolved. It was the third mission, Truth and Reconciliation. The nighttime mission with the sniper rifle. And at first sight, I was in love. And I knew at that point that I had to have it. That was November 2001, 24 years ago. And since that moment, I've had every Xbox console at launch. I was there at the launch of Xbox Live, staying up all night playing Ghost Recon. I've been there for all the milestones. I was there for the trials and tribulations of the Xbox One. I was there for the fever of Xbox 360 and that amazingness. I was there for the Xbox Series launch as well. And here I am now for the launch of the Asus ROG Xbox Ally X. I've seen it all. And as you know, Xbox has had its ups and downs. And I was always there along for the ride. Over about the last year and a half, though, things have started to change for me. And thinking about this video, I've really tried to grapple and understand how my thoughts and feelings and why they've changed. And here I'm going to tell you a little bit about that. It hasn't been one thing. It's been a bunch of little things, death by 1,000 cuts. It's been a slow erosion of this fandom over time. Part of it's personal. Over the last 3 years, I've become more of a handheld gamer. And by nature of that, I've been playing more on my PC because my Steam Deck effectively and technically is a PC. But when I have the time to play on a big screen, sitting down on the couch, I still prefer playing the Xbox. So a lot of it's on Xbox too. Here's the thing about their first-party exclusives. I don't care that they're going to PlayStation. In fact, I think that's a really cool and awesome thing. It's amazing that we are in an age where that is an effective business model. For that, I salute them. I want more gamers playing and loving the games that I play. So I think that's an awesome thing. But what I don't like is the narrative around that transition. You know, at first, Xbox came on podcasts, had many interviews, and they said, you know, we're going to throw this game on there, that game on there, but some of our games are sacred, and so those are going to remain under the Xbox umbrella.
4 games, no promise beyond that. So if you're on those other platforms and you see these 4 games coming, please don't take it as some signal that everything's coming. It's not.
Over time, we've seen that change, and they've continued to kind of adjust the narrative on us, change those goalposts over time, and that just seems disingenuous. It seems like this is the plan all along, and frankly, I don't like being lied to like that. I don't like feeling like I had the wool pulled over my eyes. And so that's one thing that's just kind of really irked me over the last little bit. And I know that is not a change that's happened over the last year and a half, but again, it's one of those many of the 1,000 cuts. Then there's the paying more for less. First and foremost, it has to start with the recent change of Xbox Game Pass. Now, the thing that irritates me the most about this, and the irony is I'm not even going to be affected by this for a while because I am paid up until next summer. But the thing that annoys me the most about this is how egregious, and not just because of the amount that it increased. For a digital service, you can't blame it on things like tariffs or supply chain or manufacturing. This feels like a direct result of the Activision Blizzard acquisition that cost them $69 billion. And it seems like we're footing the bill, even though they said through that acquisition that Game Pass prices wouldn't increase. And here we are. I get they need to recoup that price, but this just seems like corporate greed. And it's not just that they're increasing the price because of that acquisition, but they've also had countless layoffs. I know the gaming industry as a whole has, but it seems like all they did was gobble up a whole bunch of developers and ended up laying off many of those developers and those development teams. And then we're also losing games. So instead of getting more games, in some ways we're actually getting less games, or at least less promised games that Microsoft was planning to release. Game Pass at one time felt revolutionary. It seemed like the next big thing. And you know what? It probably still is, unfortunately. But instead of it feeling like this amazing prosumer thing, it's now just feeling like anti-consumer, and we're the ones paying the price, figuratively and literally. So I just released a video a couple days ago giving you my 1-week thought on the Xbox ROG Ally X. We're going to call it that for short. Through that conversation and that bit of introspection, I walked away finding a lot of things I liked about the device, but then obviously some shortcomings as well. I'll link that video so you can watch it and you can hear those thoughts. But one thing that had me instantly attracted to that particular device among all the other PC handholds was the fact that it was an Xbox partnership. I've outlined that I've been an Xbox fan for years, pretty much their entire existence. I've wanted an Xbox handheld over the years, something that I can take my Xbox games, play them whenever I want, play them on the couch, play them out and about, continue my progress, and that was something really, really appealing. And this is the first device that's kind of a little bit of that. Now, I talked a little bit about how has some Xbox related features, but at the end of the day, it's just a gaming PC or a handheld gaming PC. Part of the appeal was just that Xbox fandom as well. Something as simple as the Xbox button that has the Xbox logo. That's kind of cool. Having the impulse triggers are not very powerful, but there are a few Xbox related hardware features. And here's the thing, if I still loved Xbox the way I used to, I think all these edges that are just a little too sharp, all these nits that I'm picking, I think I'd be a little more forgiving. The experience and the partnership, frankly, seems half-baked, like so much of what Xbox does. I find myself playing on my Steam Deck and my PC more just because it's a known quantity. I know what to expect, and I'm going to get what I expect. With Xbox, tomorrow you have no idea what you're going to get. And then last week,
Chief, you gotta find the cartographer. We'll keep him busy as long as we can.
Fire Team Charlie, we're on our way.
Touchdown! Hit it, Marines!
Give them hell, Chief.
they announced a new Halo game. Something old me would have been screaming from the rafters of excitement. And at first blush, I had kind of that same reaction. Halo on a PlayStation console for the first time ever.
PlayStation.
I'm thrilled that there's an entire new potential portion of gamers that are going to be able to live and experience this game that means so much to me. Halo Combat Evolved is still and probably forever will be my favorite game of all time, and I'm so excited to hear that others get to share in that joy and experience just like I did so many years ago. So why am I bringing this up now? Well, it's the fact that in the title It says campaign evolved. This is a very clear declaration that this game is only going to be a campaign focused game, no multiplayer. Now, I don't really play much multiplayer anymore. My Halo multiplayer days are long gone. I'm mostly a single player game now. So for me, it doesn't necessarily affect me too much and what I expect to get out of this experience. But the disappointing part is that multiplayer is such a core part of what Halo is. And the fact that this game is going to be missing it, and the fact that this is the first impression, right? And you only get one chance to make a good impression. And the fact that the first Halo on another console platform is not going to have a core part of it, a part of what made the original game what it was. And it's the thing that is kept, not now, but a long time, the game so relevant and so popular. That's really disappointing. I don't know the reason why. I speculate, and I've heard others speculate that it's to give the team the opportunity to focus using this new engine. They're no longer using the Slipspace engine. They're using Unreal Engine 5. It's a focused affair. It is re-engineering something that already exists, not building from the ground up. And so it's probably a safe space for them to learn this new engine and build something hopefully amazing. But that doesn't really make me feel any better. I assume it's a cost-saving measure. I assume it's not wanting to assign appropriate resources to get that full experience. And so instead, they're just giving us, once again, a half-baked product, one that I'm still extremely excited about, and I think that is going to be pretty amazing, but it's just a piece of the whole, not the whole. So here I am, practically a day one Xbox fan. I've been an Xbox Live subscriber for 2 decades. I've been there with them through thick and thin. I was never an apologist, but I was always an advocate and always cheering for them to succeed. Now I'm just tired. I'm tired of the broken promises. I'm tired of the narrative. I'm tired of the ebb and flow and the ups and downs and the not knowing what tomorrow brings if you're an Xbox fan. I still have my Xbox. I'm still excited about the next Xbox console, whatever that might be. But that passion, that level of excitement I have for the brand, well, over the last 18 months, it's died. It's been eroded. It's been chipped away based on the recent history of the platform and the decisions they've made and basically how they've treated their customers. I was there from the beginning. I was there from the glory days of the 360 era. I was there for the dark times of the Xbox One and the gaming drought of the 2020s. Am I going to be here tomorrow? I'm not sure.